Yeti, Witch, and bats at TH13. Let's go. This is the general army composition. Make minor changes according to the target base. And this is the hero equipment setup we are using. We can also use this set on the king. You will see that later in the video. Now these splash defenses are the main threats to the bats. We usually take down most of them along with the town hall with our main army. So the bats will sweep through the remaining base, with only a few splash defenses still standing. That's the whole strategy. So here on this base, we will attack from this side, as it allows us to take down all these splash defenses with our main army. We will start with creating a solid funnel on both the flanks using 2 electros. After that, we will deploy a line of Yetis, followed by a line of witches and heroes. They are our kill squad. Log launcher will move like this and open the core walls for them, so they can move in and clear all these things. We will use super wall breakers for initial walls. Early warden ability will protect the most of our troops in the beginning. And we will use rage spell and remaining hero abilities to get through the core and town hall. That will leave us with this much of the base for the bats. So once the town hall goes down, we will deploy them here to move this way and clear the leftover base. RC will distract the remaining splash defenses. And we will also use freeze spells to protect the bats from them. That's the plan. Let's do the attack now. Alright, let's start with deploying the electros. Usually, people use a Yeti and couple of witches for funneling in this strategy. But I prefer electros as they are cheaper and do the funneling job much better. We can give them as much time as they need, because time is never an issue with this strategy. And also, funneling is super important for this attack. Alright, a solid funnel is created. So let's move to the next phase. I like to use early wall breakers to make sure our main army goes right into the base and don't get stuck onto the walls, especially if there are no building outside for them to attack. Alright, the main pack is out now. Notice how I deployed the log launcher to open maximum of those core walls, as we planned earlier. Enemy CC is never an issue with this strategy. Our troops can handle any CC with the help of a poison spell. Try to use Warden ability when most of the troops are under Warden's aura and they are about to move into the core. That way, most of them stay protected through the core. Because even though Yetis have considerable amount of health, they are still very squishy and quickly disappear without any protection. Alright, the town hall is down. So now we can start with the bats. But I don't think we need them at all. I mean, we still have so many troops moving, and the RC is also at the full health. So we don't need to use the bats on this one. Alright, now let's swag all the spells and move to the next attack. Now this one is a rather easy base. Because the town hall is centralized. So it's pretty simple to take it down with our main army. But the splash defenses are well distributed throughout the base. So we won't be able to clear as much of them as the last attack with the main army. Bats can go through up to 4 splash defenses with the RC. And support from the freeze spells. So we can work with that. Now this base is symmetrical. But we will attack from this side to get the eagle nice and early. Electros will create the funnel for the main pack to move in and clear all these things. Early warden ability as usual. And rage and remaining hero abilities will get us through the core and town hall. That will leave us with this perfect narrow path for the bats. They will move like this. We will use RC and Ice Golem to distract couple of splash defenses. And freeze spells will help the bats to go through remaining splash defenses. Simple plan. Now let's execute it. Alright, let's start with deploying the electros for the funneling as usual. Remember, funneling is very important in this attack. Because we have to push the main army to take down the town hall every time. There's no other way to take it down. And if you miss out on the town hall due to bad funneling, then it will be a straight up 1-star fail. Because the bats themselves can take down the town hall. But you doesn't necessarily have to use electros for the funneling all the time. You can also use Yeti or P.E.K.K.A. Especially if there's an air defense nearby the funneling area. I will show you an example of that in upcoming attack. Alright, a solid funnel is created. So let's start deploying the main army now. Observe my deployment order here. It is not compulsory to always deploy troops in this order. But it is the most efficient one out of all the orders I tried so far. Now because of the solid funnel and compactness of this base, we managed to cover all the troops in warden ability this time. Which is always ideal for this attack. It is also one of the main reasons why this strategy works so well on such central town hall bases. Alright, the town hall is down. But we will wait for our troops to clear few more splash defenses for the bats. Because as I said earlier, they cannot handle more than 4 splash defenses. We will wait for that top wizard tower to go down before starting the bats. Alright, the bats are out. They will group up and start one-shotting the remaining defenses. Now all we have to do is protect them from the splash defenses. For that, freeze the splashes as soon as the bats are about to enter their radius. Don't let them take a single shot. Or else, all the bats will be gone in no time. You need quick hands for that. Alright, up next I will show you the bat bomb variation of this strategy. So don't click away now. Now this one is an interesting base. Because splash defenses are concentrated on the opposite side of the eagle. So we have 2 options here. Either we go from the eagle side to take it down early in the attack. Or we go from the top side to take down all those splash defenses with the main army. I will go with the second option, as the splash defenses are the main priority. And also those splashes are placed very close to each other. So it will be very hard for the bats to go through even with the freezes. The main pack will clear all these things. Early warden ability as usual. And we will use this combo on the king to open up the town hall. Because it is a ring type base, so our troops will walk sideways and will not go for it. Unless we push them with opening all the walls with king ability. After town hall goes down, we will deploy the bats directly on top of this multi. They will take it down and move this way afterwards. We will support them with RC and freeze spells through remaining splash defenses. You understood the plan? Now let's make it happen. Alright, let's start with the funneling as usual. I am using a Yeti for funneling this time. Because there is an air defense over that side. You can also use P.E.K.K.A., but I prefer Yeti as it can take down defenses over the walls. The funnel is not looking good this time. So we might not be able to keep all the troops together. Always spread out the Yetis and Witches and not stack them at one spot. Because they are very squishy and can easily go down to the heavy damage in no time. Now I tried this strategy using Rage Gem. But found out it works much better with healing and Eternal Tome combo. Because it keeps the Yetis alive for a little bit longer. Even though they will die out and not survive until the end anyways. So don't panic if all your Yetis die out midway through. It is very common with this strategy. Looks like we didn't get one scatter shot with main army. So now we have to start the bats from there. Notice how I used that ice golem to distract the wizard tower. I did the same thing in last attack too. It only works if there is any wizard tower placed a bit outside of the base. Now this approach is called bat bomb, in which we deploy the bats on top of any splash defense, rather than deploying them away from defenses. It works particularly well if we deploy the bats on top of a scatter shot, since it cannot target them. But if we are going for any other splash defense, then we have to keep using the freezes until the bats take it down. Alright, up next I will show you how to use SB with this strategy. So don't miss out on that.
Now on bases like this, the main army has to go through the entire base to secure the town hall if we use log launcher. It is very risky, and there is a high chance we miss the town hall and end up with a 1-star. That's why we will attack from this side to get the town hall nice and early. The main pack will clear all these things. We will use the SB in this one to support them. Warden ability will get us through the town hall, and we will use King ability in the core to open up maximum walls. By the way, I am sorry for the voice. I am forced to change the voice for the last attack due to technical issues. Now, after the main army clear all the targeted area, we will deploy the bats here. They will move this way. We will support them with RC and freeze spells as usual. Sounds like a plan. Now let's put it together. Alright, let's start with Electros for the funneling as usual. Now I have only shown you the attacks on all multi-Inferno bases, because this strategy is very strong against single Inferno bases, so there's no point in showing that. There are several ways to mess up this attack, but people mostly make these two mistakes while using this strategy. The first one is, they don't create a proper funnel for the main pack and mistime the Warden ability, and often miss out on the Town Hall. I've already gave several tips throughout all the attacks to avoid that. The second mistake is they leave out too many splash defenses, and also react very slow with freeze spells. As I said earlier, the maximum number is 4 splash defenses. Bats cannot handle more than that. And about the freeze timings, you need to practice to get faster reflexes. Keep these things in mind while using this attack. So this is the TH13 Yeti Witch Bat attack strategy. I hope you found it helpful. And if you want to learn more exciting TH13 attack strategies, then check out my Town Hall 13 playlist. I will see you there.